asexual reproduction. So basically, this chapter 13 and chapter 14, reproduction and sexual reproduction in plants, asexual reproduction in plants, and then sexual reproduction in man. So this lesson is a bit lengthy, but it's important because you are getting essay type questions in the oral paper from this, right? Essay type questions. Try to join on time because there are so many students in the waiting room now. Now it's 6:10, right? Okay, so I'll share the screen. You can see the screen now. So the last part we did factors affecting seed germination. So number 33, number 32. This is what we have started today. Advantages of dispersal of fruits and seeds. Page number 6 top. Page number 6. Okay. All right. Now remember, if all this is now mostly what happened, the students they mix up these two. So last week I told about this parthenogenesis. Seed dormancy, factors affecting seed dormancy, how to overcome seed dormancy, all this we discussed last week, right? Okay. See, natural occurrence of seedless fruits. So that is parthenogenesis. This part is bit important because last few years oral papers they haven't asked this much. Last few years oral papers they haven't asked this much. So therefore it's bit important, right? It's little important. And page number 6, advantages of dispersal of fruits and seeds. Now most of the students they mix up these two, pollinating agents and dispersal agents, right? So for the dispersal of fruits and seeds also there must be an agent, like either water, wind, or animals, or by the plant itself. Otherwise those plants will be limited only to certain environment. Now if you take coconut disperse all over the world, not only in Sri Lanka, therefore if all the seeds, imagine jackfruit, waraka, vela, or if all the seeds are grown under the mother plant, then it will be a big problem. Why? Imagine like if you take jackfruit, so some fruits having multiple seeds. So imagine mango plant, all the mango seeds. Now sometimes we pluck these fruits and take away from the plant, but we are not eating seeds or the fruits of all the plants. Some seeds are poisonous, so we can't eat. Therefore now when you eat fruits and seeds, so some fruits you eat only the fruit, fleshy edible part, and you discard the seed, you throw away the seed somewhere. And even some birds, parrot, myna, so they take the fruit from the tree, and then after that they release, or they dump the seed. After eating the fruit, the seed is released. Or else sometimes they eat, imagine if you take chilies or tomato, sometimes they eat them with the seed. Some imagine when you are eating guava, so you eat with the seed. Pomegranate, sometimes you bite the seed and swallow, sometimes without biting, the seed is going to your stomach. Example, tomato seeds. chili seeds. Some of the seeds because it's hard, we don't bite it. So we just swallow the seed. Then what happened? Seed will come out from the other end with your fecal matter stool. Now we are going to separate toilet and the toilet pit. Toilet pit, then the plants cannot grow, but birds, fecal matter the stool of the birds. So then they are released different environment. So then from the fecal matter contain these seeds. Because seeds are not digested because of the seed coat. Even if you swallow a seed, it will not be digested. If you bite the seed and swallow, then it will be digested. So otherwise, without biting the seed, if there's a hard seed coat or covering, then it will not be digested. It will come out from the other end, from your anus and rectum. You can see easily when the baby, so the infants who accidentally what happened, they don't have teeth, the babies. So sometimes when you are feeding them, they just swallow the small seeds without biting. Then the fecal matter contain those seeds. So therefore those seeds, through the fecal matter or after eating the fleshy edible part, they don't eat the seed and they dump this somewhere. Okay, so branch of the tree, the crow eating the fruit, and after that, so therefore this dispersal of fruits and seeds very important. With the aid of animals, different type of animals. Some seeds get attached to the skin of the animals. Some seeds, there's a fleshy edible part. So there are some seeds, there are to cheat the animals. The seeds look like insects. So the sometimes the other animals get cheated and they think this is an insect and they are going to eat it, and then they dump this somewhere. So when they are now, sometimes there are disadvantages also. If they are landed on the concrete slab, then it's difficult to germinate. Then that return, sometimes it can remain for maybe 2-3 years under dormancy period, Vijasutthatavya. So after that, one day that also will germinate. Therefore, this dispersal of fruits and seeds, so mango, it's dispersed all over the world because of the dispersal of fruit. Sometimes coconut, so it floats on water and it is dispersed by water. Therefore, the plants are well adapted for this, to spread, to invade the various environments. Otherwise, if all the plants are germinated, or the seeds are germinated under the mother plant, what happened? Then they don't get enough space, they don't get enough light, they don't get enough water, they don't get enough nutrients. Why? Everything packed under the mother plant. If all the jack seeds grown under the mother plant, so after Varakavela, you might have seen, if you go to I don't know how many of we have, if you go to the rural areas village, just in not in urban areas, so the village area, so you can see the ripened fruits in the tree. So Varakavela, so the seeds are so many seeds under the mother plant. If all the seeds are germinated under the mother plant, then they all pack. So then what happened when they are grown, not having enough space, so a lot of competition among them. Competition among whom? Plants, to receive light. Competition among plants to receive water from the soil. Competition among the plants to get nutrients. That's why when you are growing some types crops, we remove weeds, unwanted plants. We call them weedicides. By putting weedicides, we remove the unwanted plant to provide more nutrients, to provide more water, to provide more space, more light for the crop. Maybe mung atta or mung seeds, or maybe beans, long beans, or when you are growing. So the weeds will compete, or sometimes invasive plant, we call it akramanika shaka. So they compete with the crop or the plant that we are interested. And then what happened from that competition, mostly who win? The weeds, vulpalati. Unnecessary plants are growing. We are putting the fertilizers for the crop, but not only the crop, the unwanted plants also growing. So you can, if you go to your garden, around your house, there must be a small garden. So you can see there are so many unwanted ones, grasses and the other unwanted plants. So we are not putting fertilizers to them. They are growing. They are highly adaptive to absorb nutrients from the soil. Even very dry environment they are growing. Sometimes they don't get very difficult to eradicate them, because even if you uproot the entire plant and throw away, what happened? Hidden seeds are left in the soil. Even if you uproot these unwanted plants from your garden, in your compound, so then again they are growing, because that is due to the dispersal of seeds. Now, under the soil also it's left. So this is what we are going to discuss today. So what are the advantages of the dispersal of fruits? To reduce the competition among plants for various needs, and to find new habitats, new living environment. And the other one, when they are grown in different environment, what is the benefit? So imagine in one area there's drought, a Hambantar area drought, and some plants get disappeared due to the drought. Then what happened? But that plant is left, can be found in some other area, so it won't get extinct from that country or from that environment. So that is due to the dispersal of fruits and seeds. I'll show you one PowerPoint slide now. Okay, let me show you this one. Okay, so you can see here, this is one of the examples. I think you can see the screen. Right? So this is, I don't know whether you have seen you might have tasted this cashew, but I don't know how many of you have seen this. In rural areas they call it gas kaju, and peanut kaju is called gas kaju, kaju puhulam. Please, okay, I would like to ask this question also. Please raise the hand those who have eaten this the fleshy edible part of this kaju puhulam. I mean, not the seed. Seeds you can buy from the market, cashew. I'm asking this the fleshy edible part. In single we call it kaju puhulam. Is very healthy. This one you cannot keep them for a longer period. You have to eat that within one day. How many of you have at least once in your life? Otherwise in vain. How many of you have tasted this part? Very rarely you will find from the supermarket and all, but anyway, it is very healthy one. It's very tasty. Only few students. Anyway, so try to taste at least before you die one fruit. So what is this? By animals. They eat this part and dump this seed somewhere. This contain sometimes this the seed. There's a outer covering. That one cause strong smell if you are burning this. So that also the nuts and seeds, so that's very healthy. So there's a fleshy edible part and attractive color. What is the adaptation here? Fleshy edible part as well as attractive colors to attract animals. After that they release this somewhere, right? Okay, first I'll come back to this PowerPoint slide again. Let's see the advantages. Okay, this again. Dispersal of fruits and seeds. Okay, let me we'll complete first theoretic, the advantages of dispersal of fruits and seeds, number 31. Right. Highlight the word advantages. Highlight the word advantages. Advantages of dispersal of fruits and seeds. Those who are late, we are doing reproduction in plant reproduction, page number 6. Dispersal of fruits and seeds. Number 1, right? Helps to reduce competition. To reduce competition. To minimize competition for essential requirements. To minimize competition among plants, to minimize competition. To minimize competition among plants for various needs. To minimize competition among plants for various needs. Actually, you can write various needs, you can write within bracket water, right, air, light, to minimize competition. For various needs or for essential requirements. Essential requirements. You can write within bracket to minimize competition for essential requirements. Within bracket you can write water, nutrients from the soil, air, light, space, water, space, nutrient, air, light. Because if all the plants are grown in the same environment or under the mother plant, what happens? They don't get enough light. Some plants will not get enough air, oxygen. Some plants will not get enough nutrients from the soil. So they will not be, because that's why even when the farmers, when they are doing the cultivation, they will leave a gap between the plants. So all the plants, like very small gap, when you are putting the seeds, when they are doing the cultivation also, there must be a gap, because when it is grown, jack or mango, so they occupy a lot of space. So otherwise, if you are putting all the mango seeds close by, what happen? When they are grown one day, not having enough space among them. Okay. Then number 2, second advantage of dispersal of fruits and seeds, right? To identify new habitats, to find new habitats, helps to find, or else you can write here to minimize, to find new habitats, or new living environment. Example, mango can be seen in Jaffna mango, down south mango, right? Dry zone, wet zone. So to find new habitats, if you take coconut, right, Kurunagala, you can find in different areas. Helps to increase the diversity, right? That means when they are grown in different climate or different environment, then they looks bit different. Jaffna mango different from mango coming from down south. There's a slight difference. So you can identify different types of mangoes, different taste, different color, different size, different smell. So that diversity, again, due to the dispersal of fruits and seeds, helps to increase the diversity. When diversity is increased, there's high evolution potential also. Helps to increase the diversity. Diversity among plants. Then fourth advantage, right, helps to protect from pests and diseases. Helps to protect from pests and diseases. Now example, if all the plants are in the same environment, what happened? Diseases spread fast. If all the plants are in the same environment, diseases can spread fast. When they are in different environment, that the spreading of the disease less. Example, now I'll tell one more example, COVID-19. So if we have stopped coming anything from the before COVID-19 spread, if we have lockdown or if we have closed the airport, and if we have not imported anything, but it's not possible, right? I'm telling that we are isolated now. Sri Lanka is an island, right? Sri Lanka is an island. If we stop issuing visa and from the airport, if we have not taken any passengers, then what happened? Then COVID-19 will not come here, right? And if we have stopped importing goods from those countries, then definitely that won't come to Sri Lanka. So that's a travel restrictions. So then they are isolated. So the same thing, plants also, if they are grown in the same environment, pest, that means we call it polybodhakyo, the pest can easily attack. Right? They can easily invade the entire environment. Maybe fungus or maybe some other insect, paddy field. So they are, sometimes what happens, the harvest in the southern province get completely destroyed, but you will not lose the harvest, the production in the country, because the maybe Kurunagal area, then the paddy field, that pest is not available. Sometimes there are different types of pest. So therefore, if the fruit is grown in the same environment, the pest can easily damage that entire harvest and diseases can easily spread. Okay. So these are the advantages of dispersal of fruits and seeds. If you can highlight again these words, what? New habitats, minimize competition, these are the keywords, increases diversity, remember the keyword, right? And then protection from pests and diseases. Right? What are the advantages of dispersal of fruits and seeds? Competition is reduced. Competition for what? To receive water, air, light, nutrients from the soil, to find new habitats, to increase diversity among plants as well as fruits and seeds, and then to protect from pests and diseases. Now let's see how these fruits and seeds are dispersed. What are the agents? Some fruits and seeds, there's a fleshy edible part. I showed you in the PowerPoint. I'll come back to the PowerPoint slide again. One method of okay, highlight the word methods. Methods of dispersal of fruits and seeds. Number one, right, by animals. Animal dispersal. By animals. Complete the blank, by animals. Then number two, by water. We call it water dispersal, by water. Number three, by wind. Wind dispersal. Wind dispersal. Sometimes the students, they mix up this because pollinating agents also same. Animal pollination, water pollination, wind pollination. Remember the same pollinating, same agents for both. I will write that within bracket if you want, but it's two different things. Same agent, sometimes same agent for both pollination and dispersal of fruits and seeds. For both pollinating agents and dispersal agent, we write the same list, but I'll give one example. Coconut, this is very important. Coconut water dispersal, but wind pollination. Coconut flowers wind pollinated. Wind pollinated water dispersal, right? So be careful this is in the exam. I'll write that because then you will pay attention to that. Coconut what? Water dispersal. Water dispersal. Water dispersal. Coconut is dispersed by water because it floats on water in coconut. Water dispersal. Animal wind pollination. Wind pollinated water dispersal. Pollinating agent wind. Dispersal agent water. So I'll write here wind dispersal. If you only can copy down this separately. Wind dispersal, water pollinated. Water pollination. Sorry, the opposite. Wind pollination, water dispersal. Sorry about that. Wind pollination, pollinating agent wind. Water dispersal. Dispersal agent water. Or else you can write coconut. Dispersal agent water. Coconut dispersed by water, but pollinated by wind. Pollinated by wind. That's very important. Okay. If you take even pumpkin flowers. So the dispersal agent and pollinating agent different. Same set of agents for both dispersal as well as pollination, but if you take a given plant or fruit or flower, so there's a difference. Then fourth method, right, by explosive mechanism, by the plant itself, by explosive mechanism. By explosive mechanism. by explosive mechanism, or else you can write within bracket by the plant itself, like rubber, by the plant itself. Self dispersal. Some plants, they don't need any dispersal agents. They can disperse by the plant itself, but to a limited environment. What are the 4 dispersal agents? Animal dispersal, water dispersal, wind dispersal, and explosive mechanism. These are the 4 methods of dispersal of fruits and seeds. So I told you the necessity of dispersal of fruits and seeds, how it is dispersed. Why it's essential to disperse? In Sinhala we call it bija vyaptya, bija vyapta karaka, right, like that. Right. They don't ask in the exam all the fruits and seeds in the world, the dispersal, but limited one, the ones given in a syllabus, at least we have to remember, right? So shall I erase this? Anyone still copying down this? Anyone still copying down this? Please raise the hand. Okay, I'll erase the screen now. The next one, adaptation shown by plants for the dispersal of fruits and seeds. Highlight here, adaptations highlight. Adaptations highlight, for dispersal highlight. Right. So number 1, first method, right, by animals. Highlight by animals. So underline with the red pen, by animals. By animals. Adaptations for the animal dispersal by plants. So one method I told you, the fleshy edible part. We also eat. After eating, example, we eat the mango. Now imagine you have a mango tree. You have a mango tree. Now what happened? This mango tree, you are not going to eat all the mangoes. So what happened? Some of your relatives come from some other area, right? Yeah. Now you are in Colombo. From Kandy, some of them visit you. So then what happened? Willard mango. So then you give to your relatives, those are coming from Kandy, this one. And again next week, set of people coming from Goal. Okay, for them also you give some mangoes, ripened mangoes. Now they take this to Kandy. After taking this home, then what happened? They are eating this mango. They eat the mango. After eating the mango, they release the soil, the seed to the soil. The seed, they don't purposely grow in this seed, but because mango seed we are not eating, we eat the fleshy edible part of the mango and we are throwing the seed. Example, even there are some other fruits we don't eat the same. Example, avocado. Avocado also we are not eating the seed. We are not eating the seed. So then we release this, we throw away this seed to somewhere. What happened? Now Colombo, the tree is in Colombo. So humans also can act as dispersal agents in that way. Your house is in Colombo, you have one mango tree, then you are giving away this some of the fruits to the relatives coming from Kandy and Goal. So then what happened? Automatically they disperse to Kandy and Goal. Is that clear? So this is due to the fleshy edible part. Fleshy edible part. Then attractive colors. So some animals get attracted because of the color also. Then various, to get attached to the skin of the animals. Then the to hooks and the hairs. I'll erase the screen. That means to get attached to the skin of the animal. So if you can put an arrow here within the right, to get attached to the skin. By these hooks and hairs, to get attached to the skin of the animals when they are running. Sometimes maybe grassland, tuttiri, low grass, tuttiri, to get attached to the skin of animals. That this one. See the shapes and the patterns to cheat animals. So this one, fleshy edible part, the animals eat. So let's see some of the examples for this fleshy edible part. Right, fleshy edible part, you can write mango. Mango you can write for this. Write 1 or 2 examples. Mango having fleshy edible part. Papo, fleshy edible part. Right. Now after eating now we don't eat papo seeds, right? Gaslabuata we are not eating. But sometimes the people, they are doing a tricky thing. They put this pepper seeds. It looks like gummies, pepper. Pepper seeds looks like, after drying, pepper seeds, it looks like what? Pepper seeds. Similar to pepper seeds. Gummies at. So therefore these pepper seeds are very expensive, pepper very expensive. So what happened, those who are manufacturing this pepper, they put pepper seeds among these, right? Therefore you have to be very careful. Sometimes they can put a dye when you are buying chili, turmeric, kahakudu, miriskudu. So they can put a dye with palm piti. You have to be aware. That is called adulteration. Adulterated spices. Then attractive colors. Attractive colors, you can write cashew. There are a lot of other examples. In addition to that, hooks and hairs. I'll show you the PowerPoint slide before I come to the hooks and hairs. I'll erase this. Then only you remember. I think the pictures and diagrams you remember better than the text. Okay. Cashew attractive colors. Look at this by animals. Please add this under attractive colors. Then next one, right? What is this? Attractive colors or fleshy edible part. Under both you can write. Attractive colors here. What is this called? Bitter gourd, karivilla. So this you can write under attractive. Under attractive colors you can write this. Please write this. What is this? Karavilla, bitter gourd. Bitter gourd. So this one has various patterns, and actually this can a given fruit can can have more than one adaptation, right? This one fleshy edible part is there, and attractive color also there, and the shapes and patterns to cheat animals also we can put this bitter gourd. This is called bitter gourd. It's good for diabetics, karavilla. Bitter gourd. Right, bitter gourd. Then next one, you can put this under the shapes and patterns to cheat animals also you can put. The next one, what is pepper? Again, attractive colors, pepper. You can see fleshy edible part, and after some time what happens, they eat with the seed. They swallow this with the seed. So then when they go to the toilet, the seed is coming from this end. Then this seed released to the soil, and then you can get a pepper tree. So remember, now we have discussed this pepper monoecious or dioecious. I don't know how many of you can remember this now. Who can tell me whether pepper is monoecious or dioecious? Nisula?
Dioecious.
Yes, that means there are separate male and female pepper plants. Pepper tree, the male and female. Male pepper tree and female pepper tree. That is means occurrence of separate male and female plants. Female plant only bear fruits. Actually, the peppers are coming from the female pepper tree. Male pepper tree, no peppers or no fruits. So, but it contribute by releasing pollens from the anther. Male pepper tree and female pepper tree. Plus, there are male pepper tree has only male flowers. Male pepper tree has only male flowers. Only male flowers. So you have to recall these things also while you're doing female flowers. Then female pepper tree has only female flowers. Female one has only female flowers. Only female flowers. That means pepper has unisexual flowers. Occurrence of separate staminate and pistillate flowers. Only female flowers. So therefore pepper, there are separate male and female flowers as well as separate male and female trees. That means unisexual flowers and dioecious plant. Unisexual flowers and dioecious plants. What is the adaptations for what? That is the adaptation for the cross pollination. Can you remember? Adaptations for pollinating agents, adaptations for cross-pollination, adaptations for the dispersal of fruits and seeds. Now 3 places you learn adaptations in this lesson. What are the 3 places you learn adaptations? Adaptations for cross-pollination. Can you remember the you have presence of unisexual flowers like that? Adaptations for, remember one of these definitely you are getting if you get a question from this lesson. Adaptations for the pollination, adaptations, pollination means cross pollination, adaptations for cross pollination, then adaptations for wind dispersal, wind pollination, water pollination, animal pollination, adaptations for pollination, and the other one adaptations for the dispersal. If you only can copy down that in a short notebook, you can copy down this in a short notebook. What adaptations for adaptations, what are the 3 places you learn adaptations in this lesson? Adaptations for what? Cross pollination, that is one, cross pollination. The other one you can write adaptations for, please copy down this in a short notebook. Adaptations for cross pollination, number 1. Then next one, adaptations for what? Number 2, right? Adaptations for water pollination, wind pollination and insect pollination. Adaptations for wind pollination, wind, water and animal pollination. Then next one, adaptations for number 3, for dispersal of fruits and seeds. Dispersal of fruits and seeds. Dispersal of fruits and seeds. So this is very, very important. Adaptations for cross-pollination. Cross-pollination adaptations different from water pollination, wind pollination and animal pollination. Dispersal of fruits and seeds, actually you can write here water dispersal. This also you get wind, water and wind, water, animal and explosive. Pollinating, we call it dispersal agents. Sometimes we call it what? Dispersal agents. Please, this is very, very important. Adaptations, there are 3 places you learn. Adaptations for cross-pollination, adaptations for wind pollination, adaptations for water pollination, adaptations for animal pollination. Then you learn adaptations for water dispersal, adaptations for wind dispersal, adaptations for animal dispersal and adaptations for explosive mechanism. So altogether you will learn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8 different methods, adaptations. Right. Did you copy down this? Adaptations you will learn in 3 different places in this lesson. Okay. Please raise down those who are still copying down this. Shall I raise this? Right. Now there's something called sea mango. Like we call it, this is mango. This is mango. That is very dangerous. Sea mango. Sea mango means what is this called? Kaduru. Sea mango means kaduru. Sea mango is kaduru. It is highly poisonous. That also looks like mango. I'll show that later. Sea mango, goda kaduru, diya kaduru, gong kaduru, kaduru. All the kaduru types. Kaduru, the fruits and the seeds, highly poison, plant poison. That one we can't eat. Plant poison. All the kaduru types. Then next one. So this is also fleshy edible part, mango, right? Again what? This one, right? Attractive, what is it called? Rambutan. This one you can write under, again, attractive colors also you can put. and the fleshy edible part also you can eat. I mean, you can eat this part, and the seed we can't eat. Rambutan seed we can't eat. Seed cannot eat. It's like rambutan not kanna, only lever kanna, no? But if you can make the seedless fruit by using artificial plant hormone, if you can have seedless rambutan, it's like marshmallows, you can eat the whole thing. Seedless rambutan. But in Sri Lanka it's not available, but in Sri Lanka we have seedless grapes, right? And seedless oranges. Seed cannot be eaten. So this is also dispersed by animals. Dispersed by animals. Please write under there's in your table. Theory tube, there's a separate table, right? By animals there's a separate table, page number 6, right? By hooks and there are various types of hooks. So this is the hook here. Koku. So this hook helps to get this attached to the skin of the animals, the body of the animals. What is this called? Nagadharana. What is it called? Nagadharana. Because the textbook they haven't given much. The Nagadharana they have not given the figure. I don't think. Nagadharana they have not given the diagram in the textbook. Sometimes in the exam, this is how you get. They will not ask, write down the adaptations for the animal dispersal or animal pollination. They don't ask. They will give in the structure, they say this diagram, one from this. And again they will give another diagram with a parachute mechanism like that. They will give 3 different type of fruits or the seeds. And they will give ABC and they will ask you to write down what is the dispersal method of each seed and the fruit. That's how you get the question. They make a soup. You learn this separately. In the exam they'll mix all this, right? That is to get attached to the skin of the animals. Nagadharana you can write in your, I'll show this in your table. This again, this also having various, the spike, like porcupine, like there are the spikes here. This one is poisonous. This is a plant poison. Enderu plant poison. Plant poison. You can't eat the seed. Plant poison. So the poisonous one also there's a method of getting dispersed by hooks. Get attached to the skin of the animal. So if you bite this and so you will definitely die. Oil is now sometimes you might ask what about this Venderu tel. Oil is not a problem. Oil when extracting the oil we discard the poisonous part of the seed. But if you are eating the husk of the seed or the outer covering, then mostly this happens to the cows. Sometimes they will eat this because among grasses this can be left. Then this goes to them, then they will die. Right. So in your theory table, please write under the table. I'll show the table again. Again, what is this? I think what is called love grass, tuttiri. Sometimes mostly the boys you might have experienced in rural areas. In Colombo, I don't know whether you have gone to a playground even recently. Sometimes in the playground you can see this. We call it tuttiri, love grass. So this also get attached to your trouser. And again when you come back home, then these tuttiri is left after the school playground you come to your house, and then these are deposited in your garden. And then the tuttiri plant will come from your school playground to your garden because of the getting attached to your maybe the sari. If the teacher also will take this, the sari is attached to the sari, and mostly the boys the long trousers. Girls also sometimes, because sometimes what happen when playing they will anyway they get attached to the frock of the girls also. So please write that. Are you completing the table? Because I will wait. I will again display the tute also. Did you write here? Hooks and hairs. You had write what? Tuttiri or love grass. Love grass. Then Nagadharana. Nagadarana. Then castor, oil castor. So these all having hooks. This one you can write here to cheat animals also. You can write here this one. Actually this one you should better write up for the last one. You can write for both anyway. Then next one I am going to write attractive colors I gave. Cashew and all. Cashew, papaw. A papaw you can write under even under fresh edible part. Mango. Rambutan. Sometimes one fruit can come under more than one method. The dispersal adaptation. This one you can write to cheat animals. You can write Olinder, red bead. We call it red bead mother tear. Red bead mother tear and Olinder. Red bead means mother tear. Mother tear at mother tear. There's a slight difference. Both looks same, but there's a slight difference. I will tell you that. Red bead and Olinder. So that's plant. Actually, it's a plant poison. Plant poison. Let me show you the PowerPoint slide here. I don't know how many of you have seen this. Red bead and this one. Can you see here? Rosary pea. Only the English name rosary pea. Look at the screen here, the leftmost side top. Rosary pea Olinda, red beads mother tear. Plant poison. If you eat, you will die. If you just swallow this seed, no problem. If you just swallow this, no problem. Right? This come under both. By explosive mechanism also this one come, and shapes and patterns also this come. Remember, this one an example adaptations, and the explosive one also this will be there, and shapes and patterns also you can write this. So this one, if you just swallow, it will come with your fecal matter when you go to the toilet. But if you bite this and swallow, you will die. If you bite this and swallow, you will die definitely. Sometimes the small ones in the UKG, LKG, Montessori, they use these seeds for various activities. So the teachers must be very careful. Teachers must be very careful. Accidentally, I don't think they will bite this, but it's because anyway it's hard. It's very difficult to bite. But if they bite and swallow, definitely they will die. But sometimes the people, they use this in the rural areas. Sometimes to suicide also they use this. Okay, you can search in the internet poisonous plants. Poisonous plants. So this is toxins. So there are plant toxins. So sometimes we call it plant toxins. So it is fatal even in both adults and children. Even adults, if they eat this, it can be fatal. So this is mostly, this red bead is present in Asia. It's native to Asia and Australia. Sometimes they use this the musical instruments. They used as beads in musical instruments also. Right? Red bead is used in musical instruments also. Right. It's a natural poison. What is the English name? Rosary pea. Rosary pea. I think rosary pea is not given in your textbook. Look at here, I have given the leftmost side top. Right. Rosary pea is all in the yeah. Okay. I'll show the next slide. Again, similar one. Okay, what is this? This one by wind. Under wind dispersal, you can write this. What is this? Milkweed, vara. Okay, please write vara. So it's like a parachute, like numerous hairs. Or yeah. Under wind dispersal, you can write. Actually, why it is called I'll tell the story behind this rosary. I think the rosary is used by the Catholics or the Christians. So I think they are using this rosary. So to make this rosary, they use this. I mean, the seeds of this. This one they use to there's a they use called rosary. So they use this. Right? That's why it's called rosary pea. That's how the name has come, rosary pea, for the Olinder. Right? But anyway, the seeds are poisonous. Seeds are poisonous. Natural plant poison, natural plant toxin. Right. Then next one, rosary pea Olinder, red beets mother tear. After that, write under wind. So this again you can see the clear picture of vara or milkweed. So it has thread-like structures. It has thread-like structures. In the theoretic, I have given thread-like structures. You can write this vara, or within write. You can write. You should better write both. Mostly, even in the English medium paper, they give within bracket the Sinhala one also. They will give milkweed, and within bracket most of the past papers, oral papers, they have given. Right. Next, let's move on to the next one. What again? What to disperse by wind? Gammalu. Gammalu. Okay. Next one. I will write in this. You have to at the same time. Please complete the note. In the next table, you have to complete. Under wind dispersal, you have to write wing-like structures. You can write gammalu. Having various thread-like structures, you can write milkweed vara. Because actually, I am showing these pictures. They have not given much diagrams in your wind dispersal. They haven't given much diagrams in the textbook. That's why they have given grass also sometimes wind. Yeah. Grass, pollinating agents also wind, dispersal agent also wind. Remember that. Grass, pollinating agents also wind, dispersal agent also wind. Wind dispersal and wind pollination. Wing-like structure gammal. Then again, wing-like structures to float in air. We call it horror. Dipterocarpus salonicus. Horror is an endemic plant to Sri Lanka. Ekadeshika Vishesha. Endemic to Sri Lanka. It's an endemic plant in Sri Lanka. Endemic animals, endemic plants, horror. So this is the wing-like structure. Wing-like structure. Like the feathers. Wing-like structures. So that helps to float in air. That helps to float in air. Please complete the table in your, don't just wait. Please complete under wind dispersal the table. Please write in front of each the example. What is this? What is the thing? This is called imbul. Who can tell me an application of this one in our day-to-day life? Most commonly used for what? This imbul one. Imbul O. Yeah, mostly. Yes, Sumela?
To cover the pillows and pillow covers.
Yeah. Actually, to the content inside the pillow, not the pillow cover, the pillows. It's actually now we use artificial material, right? Now, actually, the people now also they use this. There are seeds, no black colored seeds. They are inside, right? So this black colored seeds inside. When you have the pillow, it's like a cushion now. Plus, here and there are these seeds also left. What happened? It can massage your hair, right? So tiny seeds. So this is imbul. So it's natural one. But now they use what all these artificial materials they use, that is not uh, healthy because it's sweating a lot. If you are using such pillows, it's sweating a lot. But this one naturally, it's comfortable, right? It can absorb heat. So this is called imbul. I don't know how many of you have seen this. When this get when it's become gray or dark, then it's get crack, and then you can get this. Sometimes some areas the people are selling this. If you go to the Ambilipedia area, before you reach Ambilipedia, if you're going after passing Ratnapura, so then near the side of the road, they sell this. Cotton, copper, kimbul, all these what? Fibrous pericarp. Pericarp come from what? Fibrous pericarp come from the, you have done a reproduction. Fibrous pericarp come from the ovary, ovary, the skin, wall of the ovary, wall of ovary become the fibrous pericarp. And there's porous, so it's like there are air sacs, that's why it float in air, numerous air sacs. I don't know how many of you have seen the imbul tree. Again what? Cotton. So this is cotton. Previous one imbul, cotton. Kapu. Again, wind dispersal. So when this float in air, the seed also inside this, among this cotton thread. Okay. All these three what? These three wind dispersal. And what are the example now? First I gave you wind dispersal, milkweed, vara, right? Slide number 38 and 39, wind dispersal, vara. Then wing-like structures, I gave two examples. What? Gummalu and horror, dipterocarpus. Then having this porous, fibrous pericarp, that is cotton and imbul. So I will move back to the, these called Godaparavate. This is where I stop. Okay, let's see the theory now. This one I have given. No, I have given it. No need to write. Milkweed, milkweed, cotton, nimbul, all these what? Threads to float in air. And wing-like structures, horogammalu, drumstick. What is drumstick? Murunga. Rich in calcium. Murunga. So now sometimes murunga like widely used as a medicinal one also. Murunga and Katru Murunga, two different things, right? I don't know how many of you have seen this. Murunga and Katru Murunga. Hands up those who have seen both this Murunga and Katru Murunga. Katru Murunga. Drumstick is Murunga. Some students, they haven't seen, they don't know how to distinguish these two plants, Murunga and Katru Murunga. Actually, I will tell some of my past experience. When I entered university, Columbia University for the basic degree, long time back, right? I selected plant science for my first year, plant science or the botany as a subject. So then that lecture professor came to for the lecture the first day, without teaching anything, without giving any notes. So she asked us to go to the university premises and identify, write down the list of, identify, check how many trees you can identify. Write down those names. University premises, the name of the, maybe like she gave a classification, but to write down. Most of us, we have got A for the A level biology, and we have got top ISA disco. Otherwise, you can't enter Colombo University without getting highest ISA disco. That is the South Asia. South Asia, out of the universities in Sri Lanka, out of all the universities in Sri Lanka, South Asia, within the first 10, only Colombo University, Asian countries, right? Ranking. In Sri Lanka, the ranking number 1, if you can check in the internet, ranking number 1, Colombo University, right? But especially for medicine and bioscience, if you are planning to do medicine, those who are planning to do A-level bio, and those who are planning to do medicine or bioscience or microbiology or whatever, so then you should get good ISA score to enter Colombo University. If it is dental, then the second, then Peradini, and then engineering Moratuwa, right? Moratuwa, Peradini, engineering. So that's ranking is very important. It's like your school, no? After passing out from the school, if you go for an interview, they ask what is your school, then you tell my school is this. Same as that, after passing out from the university, then what matters? All of them having degree, ne? Then when you go for an interview, they ask what is your university. So then also you get some points for if you have passed out from the best university for medicine, then there will be a credit for that also, right? That's why, so that for that also there's a competition, no? After passing, getting good results in A level 3 years, so then the ISA score matters when you are applying for the university. So to enter best university, if you are doing a private degree, then you have to check world ranking. What is the rank now? This university you have to check. Now this drumstick Hydrolia Murunga, and then you call Katuru Murunga Sesbania. What is that? Sesbania. That is Katuru Murunga Sesbania. That is sleep movement, sleep. Murunga, we are eating, this is by explosive mechanism also. You get wing-like structures to float Murunga drumsticks. Very important. Have they given a diagram in the textbook? I don't think. By explosive mechanism, no. So wing-like structure, wing-like structure, yeah, they have not given. Once in the paper, they gave this oral paper, Murunga drumstick. So it's rich in calcium, very healthy. Murunga rich in like lot of calcium. So people are drinking milk powder to get calcium. My advice, Murunga contain 10 times than in milk powder the calcium, if you take the same quantity, right? Okay, then next one, you can eat leaves also, right? You can eat leaves of Katuru Murunga. You can eat flowers, Katuru Murunga mal, you can eat. Flowers you can eat, this one you can eat the fruit also. Fruit means the Murunga. Right? So this drumstick and sesbena, you can eat all 3 parts. It's very healthy for the small ones, rich in lot of calcium. Then seeds, very light in weight. So the very light seeds, please highlight this keyword if possible. Threads highlight, wings highlight, light seed highlight, very light. That is orchid. Seeds are light in weight, orchid. Then produce large number of fruits and seeds. Fruits and seeds in large numbers. Highlight large numbers. Grass, large amount of seeds are dispersed, because wind dispersal, they need to produce large amount of seeds. Milkweed, vara, cotton, many seeds. And the other one, they are born at the apex of the plant. Why? Then they are well exposed to the wind. When they are born at the tip of the stem, then they are exposed well to the wind. So highlight in the table also wind dispersal. Right? Wind dispersal. My advice, you should better, rather than memorizing this text, remember them from the pictures. When I tell horror, that picture should come to your head. When I tell gammalu, that picture should come to your head. When I tell drumstick, that plant in your garden, or whatever you have seen, that come to your head. So it's easy to recall those pictures than the text, always remember. So mostly in the exam they ask the first 2, right? First two very important. Mostly they ask this in the exam. Please put a star for the number 1 and 2 by wind dispersal. Then let's move back to the PowerPoint slide again. Right. So you're talking about this having porous fibrous pericarp. Remember, a given fruit or seed, there can be more than one adaptation. So you can put this under produce more lot of seeds also you can put. Cotton you can put under the production of seeds in large numbers also you can put. Light in weight also you can put. Having the fibrous pericarp also you can put. What are the two adaptations? Fibrous pericarp and many seeds. Two adaptations. Not only one adaptation. You can write here two adaptations. Two adaptations of this one. Cotton. Is cotton. Cotton, there are two adaptations. Two adaptations. One adaptation will be what? Fibrous pericarp filled with air sacs and having threads to float in air. Thread to floats in air and produce large number of seeds. Many seeds. That is one. Many seeds. One adaptation. Second one, thread to float in air. Thread-like structures. Thread-like structures to float in air. And fibrous pericarp. Porous pericarp. Porous pericarp. For porous or fibrous pericarp. A lot of adaptations here. Okay, I'll erase the screen now. Did you write down that? Please write down that in your short notebook. This is just one example. Sometimes they can show more than one adaptation for the dispersal. Then let's move back to the next slide. What is underwater dispersal? What is the number 3, third table, next table, right? And go for the water dispersal. Best example, lotus. Pericarp suits for the flotation. It can easily float on water. This pericarp is fibrous and it can easily float on water. One example is lotus. Actually that is Nymphaea stellata, so blue water lily, and national flower in Sri Lanka. Then what is this? Coconut. Fibrous pericarp. Fibrous pericarp. Or having porous, so fibrous pericarp, coconut. Actually this is one of the amazing fruit. Why? You can use all the parts here. Pericarp is used to get fibers. Pericarp means pollel, husk. Pericarp is used plant fibers. Plant fibers. And coconut shell called cutter. That is to get activated carbon. Activated carbon widely used in nanoscience. Or polkatu anguru. Polkatu anguru. Charcoal. Then coconut fruit. Coconut water. Coconut pericarp, coconut shell, coconut is, you can see how many parts you can use here. Right? Very, very useful fruit. Coconut pericarp, coconut to get fibers. Coconut shell, activated carbon. Now sometimes I have seen the people are coming to collect coconut shell, polkatu. So they buy this from the consumers for a very low price. After that they convert this into polkatu anguru and export to China and Japan. Then we get the products. We have to pay like a lot of money to get their products, but we are selling the raw material for cheap price. So coconut fruit, that means that polmade or whatever, alamada, polmada, coppera, can you see here? So this coconut fruit is used to get what? A lot of things again. What? You can get coconut oil, coconut milk, coconut oil. Then coconut milk, coconut oil, even you can get this coconut toddy, coconut water, you can get toddy, dodol and a lot of products. So this is very valuable plant even though it's a monocot. Coconut water we are exporting. You can convert into even toddy, coconut arak, coconut jaggery. But that is from the flower. So before that you can get the flower. Coconut flower is used to get that. Coconut water, very healthy, lot of minerals. Coconut flower, see how many products. Coconut flower you can get toddy. Then jaggery, pol hakuru, pol pani, treacle, coconut toddy, coconut jaggery, coconut treacle, then coconut arak, pol arakku. See how many products. Only from the flower and the fruit. Only from the flower. Flower, before the fruit you can get the flower, and even for some decorations they use this coconut flower. So then with that I want you to remember what? With these very useful products I want you to remember what? Coconut, what plant? Monoecious or dioecious? Coconut is monoecious plant having unisexual flowers. Coconut is monoecious plant. Okay, I'll write the list, the rest of the things that you have to remember about coconut. Coconut number 1, monoecious plant. Monoecious plant, ekagruhi shaka. Number 2, having unisexual flowers. What is the meaning of unisexual flowers? Unisexual flowers means presence of separate male and female flowers, or the staminate flowers and pistillate flowers. Number 3, coconut. Coconut, monoecious plant, unisexual flowers. Then what is the next one? Wind pollination. What is this? Wind pollination. Coconut wind pollination. And number 4, water dispersal. This is how you should write make a short note, or this is how you should study. You learn them in different places in your textbook, but you can combine all this into one place in your short notebook. Water dispersal. See, this is called creative. You have to study. See, coconut, I relate everything that you learn. Monoecious plant, unisexual flowers, wind pollination, water dispersal. Then under wind pollination you can check the adaptations. Water pollination, adaptations. Understood? And coconut is a monocot. That classification it come under monocot. See, monocot. And then monocot plant. In addition that, coconut flower, these are the uses. Coconut the fruit, these are the uses. See, lot of things to learn about coconut related to your syllabus. There are so many things I can tell other than that. And the other most important thing, when you buy a coconut from the market, they can't tell the expiry date. Sorry, you can't tell exact expiry date. Have you ever seen king coconut? When you buy any fruit juice or cordial or apple juice, there's a manufacture date, expiry date. Have you ever seen on the king coconut, have you ever seen they have put a label on this expiry date, expired date and manufactured date? No, they will never put. And have you ever heard after drinking king coconut water they have got a diarrhea, cholera, dysentery, pachane, atisare, vamane? No, right? So no germs inside. Why? Coconut shell, this is the most interesting, the beauty, creation, the nature, the beauty of the nature. Through the coconut shell, microorganisms cannot enter. Even virus cannot enter through the coconut shell. It's very hard, tough. In grade 11 science, you will learn that it's under scler and chyma tissues. Right? Coconut shell, the microorganisms cannot penetrate into coconut water. Therefore, coconut water, we are not doing a chemical test or the microbial test before drinking this coconut water. We drink after breaking the coconut or king coconut, we drink it. We don't take this to a laboratory to check that. So there's no label here, expiry date is actually very important. So therefore the coconut shell, very hard, very tough, less moisture, less air, so the microorganisms cannot retain there longer time, right? Sometimes this coconut can remain in the in water, so that's water dispersal, longer period. Then arecanut, that also what? Water dispersal. Arecanut means puak, but this one I don't like. Why? This is cancerous. It is an indicator. indicator. Indicator means what? When this one combined with beetle, bulat. When this one combined with beetle, what is called arecanut and beetle make the bulatita red. Right? It turns red because arecanut is actually beetle means not the bulatita. This bulatita hunu, lime. Lime plus arecanut. Lime is a base, arecanut is an indicator, then it bulatita turns red because of arecanut, but it's a cancerous one. What are the two cancerous substances present in bulatita? Puak and dunkala. Tobacco and arecanut cancerous. That's why the people, those who are eating daily, those who are chewing beetle, bulatita with arecanut and tobacco, they get mouth cancer. That is one of the common reason for the mouth cancer. Chewing beetle with, I'm not telling beetle. Beetle is not the problem. Beetle is not the problem. Problem is arecanut and the tobacco. Puak. Sometimes we are importing this puak from India. It is an indicator, natural indicator. What is called natural indicator. If you want, you can. I'm not asking you to buy this bulatida, but anyway, if you want, you can try. Take only beetle bulat, and then only beetle and lime, no red color. Only beetle and arecanut, no red color. These two essential to make bulatita red. Lime hunu, bulatita hunu and arecanut. Arecanut is the indicator. Lime is base. Bulatita hunu. Then base plus indicator turns red. That is very important. Arecanut, if you want, you can boil some arecanut in water and filter and get that water. That can act as natural indicator. Natural indicator. Right. Arecanut also a monocot plant. Monocot. What dispersal? Water dispersal. Puak floats on water. This is called sea almond. What is this called? Sea almond means Ceylon almond. Sorry, Ceylon almond. Kottamba. Ceylon almond means kottamba. That is healthy. Kottamba atta very healthy. Inside there's a seed. That seed is very healthy. Seed is very healthy. Okay. In single I think called kottamba, no? Kottamba. Then next one. What is this? Sea mango, deer kaduru, that is highly poisonous. Sometimes the people they eat this to suicide. Deer kaduru, suicide tree. Can you see here? This is called suicide tree. Rural area, some farmers when they lose the harvest, it looks like mango, but not real mango. Sea mango. It floats on what? Deer kaduru, goda kaduru, gong kaduru. All the kaduru types. All the kaduru types are poisonous. So you have to be very careful. This is the plant diversity. So that's the benefit of knowing the studying the plants diversity. So otherwise the people might eat this also. Some under plant poison or plant toxins, the sometimes seeds come. Some flowers, khaneru, sometimes yams. Right? Some plant flowers are poisonous. Some plant seeds are poisonous. Some of the plants, the fruit also poisonous. Some of the plants, yams are poisonous, the underground part. Some of the plants, the bark poisonous. Some plants, the bark we need, the example, kurundu as a spice. Right. Therefore, my advice, don't limit on, like you have to study your syllabus, the content of the syllabus you should know and you should definitely learn that part. But my advice, if you are planning to do A-level bioscience or science related subject, think out of the box and explore this and do this with the intention of improving your science knowledge. Do this or read this and listen to this with the intention of I want to improve my scientific knowledge. I want to improve in science. Then only it makes sense learning. Otherwise, if you are just memorizing, just targeting the exam, it's so boring. After the exam, you will throw this away from your head. So therefore, science means part of your life. Example, the clothes that you wear come from chemistry. The fabric, garments, fabric industry, the paints, dyes, all this what? If you go to the bathroom, full of chemistry. Starting from the toothpaste. toothpaste, Harpic, Lysol, nail polish remover, soap, detergents, they all chemicals, chemical industries come under chemistry. Those are chemical industries. So your bathroom and the kitchen full lot of chemical stuff. So without chemistry you will not get toothpaste. Without chemistry you won't get soap. A-level chemistry they teach soap industry. Manufacturing soap, that's a practical in A-level chemistry. You have to manufacture soap bar in the laboratory, chemistry lab A-level. It's a practical. Detergents, right? Cosmetics, right? Toothpaste, all these, shampoo, chemical products. Then next one, what is this? Again Godapara. This is not poisonous. I don't know how many of you have seen this. My advice after the COVID situation, when you are going trips, yes, you can go to a top 5-star hotel, but my advice, observe the nature. If you want to become good in science, you should be a good nature lover. You should be a good observer. Right? Then only it makes sense. So this is also Godapara. Actually, please raise the hand those who have seen Godapara. No one. Sumela, okay, good. I think he is from, I think, Bibilo or somewhere. From, yeah. Very good. Yeah, there are a lot of Eastern sources in Godapara. Sometimes they use this, I think, you get the in your hair, you get, what is this called? Indigo or something, and then you get, what is this, various, the pest exoparasites you get, Ukuno, Makko, Kinitulo, whatever, you can apply this, this extract. This is rubber explosive mechanism. Okay, before rubber, let's move back to the this one. Wind I explained, wind dispersal I explained, right? Mahogany, horror, right? Then next one, by water. This is by water. Water dispersal. Highlight the word by water. I have given fibrous pericarp. Water dispersal. So you can write here coconut. Please write, complete the note. Next page. Coconut. Fibrous pericarp or poroso fibrous pericarp. Then I told you Ceylon almond. That is Kottamba. Then you get sea mango. Dear Kaduru, sea mango. That is sea mango, put an arrow and write poisonous, toxic, plant poison. Dear Kaduru. Then pericarp to flotation, that is in water dispersal. You can write lotus. Next one you can write having air-filled shells. You can write water lily. That is our national flower. Then last one, by explosive mechanism. Kudalu, and one is missing here. Please add one more here. Red bead, I have highlight the word explosive mechanism by the plant itself. Highlight the word by explosive mechanism. That means by the plant itself. That means pericarp, when you touch or when due to moisture or dryness of the environment, it get burst. It's explode like a bomb, and seeds are thrown away long distance. Exploding of the pericarp, influenced by moisture, dry climate or the touch. Then you can write example red bead, mother tear. Mother tear come under both, right? To cheat animals also mother tear, and explosive also mother tear. Mother tear, there are two methods: explosive mechanism as well as by animals, cheating of animals. Then kudalu means balsam. That is I don't know whether you have seen. I'll show the picture of that also PowerPoint. Sometimes you might have not seen this. And please add one more here, rubber. Please add one more example here, rubber. Rubber I have not given. Rubber also come under explosive mechanism. And there's one more here, ladies fingers, bandaka. Ladies fingers also come. Please add 2 more examples. Ladies fingers. Please raise the hand those who have got the printout of this theory tube. Those who have got the hard copy, please raise the hand. How many have got the hard copy? Then it's easy. Otherwise, how can you? It takes long time to complete this whole table. You will take the ruler, pencil, eraser, and okay, right. Okay, very good, right. Around 40 students have got it, right. Then let's move back to the next one. Vegetative. Before that, I'll show the remaining PowerPoint slides of explosive mechanism, or else you can write within bracket by the plant itself. So let me show you the PowerPoint slides. What is this? Rubber. Can you see? I don't know how many of you have seen the rubber. Rubber is one of the major, why rubber is useful? Why rubber is useful to us? Rubber we export, no? Rubber we export. What is exported? Rubber tree, rubber seeds, no. Rubber latex. Rubber latex. Why you get? It's a natural polymer. Rubber, that is a natural polymer. Rubber, natural polymer. Rubber tree. Rubber was introduced from which country? From Brazil to Sri Lanka. Hevia brasiliensis is a scientific name. Natural polymer introduced to Sri Lanka from Brazil. From Brazil, it is introduced to rubber latex. So that is to get what? Rubber slippers, rubber, so many products, no, rubber items, mattresses, carpets, rubber carpet, rubber ball, rubber band, tennis ball, rubber slippers. There are so many rubber balloons, so many rubber products. Brake pads of the bicycles, rubber. So rubber tires, rubber tubes, so rubber natural polymer, so very valuable plant again. What about these rubber seeds? You get the rubber tree from the rubber seeds. It's a monocot or dicot? Dicot. Rubber is a dicot plant. Can you see here? It's this one. When this get matured, when this get dried, it has got burst. So this get burst, and this is the seed. This is the seed. This is the pericarp. Pericarp. This pericarp get burst, explode, and these seeds are thrown away from the mother plant. If you go to a rubber cultivation this season, what happened? You get the tick tick sound. So these, it's like sometimes those seeds come and contact with your head also. Sometimes it's like someone is staying at the top of the tree and throwing those seeds to your head, right? So those seeds, you get the tick sound, and the seeds will be thrown away from the mother plant. So that is called explosive mechanism. Right. Then next one, this again explosive mechanism, rubber. It looks like an insect, right? Sometimes it looks like an insect, right? It's like if you only can put this under cheated to cheat animals also, there's a various patterns. Then this is, I told you, drumstick, murunga. You can put under both explosive one also. You can put this murunga, and murunga seed having murunga is very healthy, but it bit expensive. This is called kudalu. Please raise the hand those who have seen the kudalu plant. Also, explosive mechanism. Please raise the hand those who have seen this plant. Around 30 students. This one here, it get bursting of the pericarp. Burst. Pericarp burst. And here this turns, this is green, not matured. This is pale yellow. Pale yellow means it is about to get burst. About to burst. About to burst. About to burst. Pale yellow seed. Fruit. So this is when you touch this, it will get burst. I don't know how many of you have experienced this. It's a nice feeling, like when you touch this, it get burst. Right? I don't know how many of you have experienced. Please raise the hand those who have touched this seed, and like those who have experienced this bursting of and seeds are coming out. The pericarp get burst when you touch. Some of you have experienced this, right? Very good. So therefore you should be actually now online. That is the disadvantage. Digital platform is easy to teach and it's easy to do everything, but you don't get this experience. That's why you need this experience. That's why I told, when you are going a trip, go to a natural environment, and then you get two benefits. It's a trip plus you will get something to your head. You will learn something new. Otherwise you will just go to a 5-star hotel and jump to the pool and have a bath and eat the stuff and come back home. So then it become an educational trip, family educational trip. And you can tell these things when you are walking in the forest or Singharaja Vera. You can tell those who are going with you, this is what I learned. So you can recall. Then what happened when you come back home? No need to study the textbook. So remember, when this is given as a question in the exam, that come to your head. Imagine you close your eyes and recall. So then the things that you experience, you can easily recall. Things that you see and things that you read, you easily forget. Right? Okay. Now that is explosive. What are the examples? Rubber, this Kudalivo balsam, and then the other one I told red beet, no? Yeah. And drumstick. This is again ladies' fingers. Ladies' fingers bandakkane, before this get this dried, when the pericarp get dried, only this happens. Bandakka, the ladies' fingers you have seen, no? Dried pericarp. This dried pericarp get burst. Dried pericarp gets burst, and the bandakka. So if you want, you can try. I think if you have some space now these days, you at home. You get there are some places you can buy seeds. You need a small flower pot to grow at least 1 or 2 plant. I don't know. This is a nice feeling experience. So you can grow this in your garden, and when you're at home every day you can pour water and you can look after this plant. Then you will be free of chemicals. You will get you no need much space to grow this bandakka, tomato and stuff. So that's a nice feeling where you observe the flowers and then you observe the fruits. So it's grown from your hand, and you can get this, plug this, and you can make a curry one day in your house, and you can tell your parents, so this is my trees from my cultivation, and it's free of chemicals. No chemicals at all. It's very healthy. You can just boil and eat. Bandakka, it's like sevalagatiya. You get slippery nature bandakka. It's good for your bones, like the cartilage growth. Right? So I want to get this experience also, rather than just becoming a bookworm. Right? So I have enjoyed these things in my life when I was studying like you. That's why I was actually very much interested about science, not because of only this textbook and the teaching. Right. So this is that is the end of your dispersal of fruits and seeds. That is the end of dispersal of fruits and seeds. Now we have to start asexual reproduction. Now we finished end of what? Sexual reproduction. Dispersal of fruits and seeds, germination, end of sexual reproduction in plants. End of sexual reproduction in plants. Now we have to start asexual reproduction in plants. Under sexual reproduction we discuss many stuff, right? From where did we start? From the flower. From the flower. Right? So if I put, we started with the flower. After the flower, unisexual flower, bisexual flower, monoecious plant, dioecious plant, cross pollination, adaptations for cross pollination. Then you discuss about after pollination, germination of pollen grain, then fertilization, pollination, fertilization, then you get seeds, then dispersal of fruits and seeds, then germination of seeds, seed dormancy. Please write down the list of the subtopics you have done so far. There are so many things, one by one you have to write. You start with the flower, the parts of the flower. Under flower you can write many things like that. After the flower, pollination. Right? Flower also there's a diversity, unisexual, bisexual flowers, and then yeah, like that. Then pollination. After pollination, germination of pollen grain. After germination, fertilization. After fertilization, seeds and the fruits. After that, seeds you can write seed dormancy, germination of seeds, parthenogenesis, and then dispersal of fruits and seeds, like that. So please list down those things separately. Close your eyes and think, or you have to write at the end of this class. then only you know what is the content of this section at least. Otherwise, some students, when they get a question in the exam, they don't know from which part they have got this question, from this which lesson. Sometimes when it comes to oral exam, they don't know whether it's from grade 11 or grade 10 even, right? Then they don't know what to refer. That is terrible. They have a question, they don't know what to refer. So then they should ask from someone from which lesson they have given this question. Then only you can look at that page or that unit for the reference, right? Therefore, you should be familiar with that also, right? Now, let's move back to the next one. Asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction in plants. Okay, what is asexual? Look at the screen. Asexual means in Sinhala we call it alingika prajananaya. Sexual means lingika prajananaya. Plants can perform both sexual and asexual reproduction. Some plants can have both. I'll give one of the best example. If you take, lemon. Lemon. Or if you take guava, they can have, or even curry leaves, there can be more than one method. They can produce new plants from seeds as well as from roots. Understood? Or slime apple, belly, wood apple can produce new plant from seeds as well as from roots. More than one method. Or if you take curry leaves can produce new plant from the leaves as well as from seeds. If you get a new plant from seeds, sexual method. If this is the easiest method. If you get a new plant from seeds, if you get a new plant, what is this method called? Sexual method. If you get a new plant from seeds, that is called sexual method. If you get a new plant from any other part other than seeds, any other part other than the seed of the plant, any other part from any other part, if you get a new plant, we call it asexual method. Is that clear? If you get from any other part of the plant other than from seeds, if you get a new plant, we call it what method? Asexual method. This is sexual and asexual. Asexual methods, no seeds involved. Very easy. Produce from roots and you place. Or if you take potato, there are underground stem, there are ice here, like the places. If you one of the potatoes in your kitchen, so after the class take a one potato and inform your parents also and keep this exposed to sunlight for few days. Sunlight, what happened? The potato turns green. It will become turned green and you will get tiny like leaves like things coming out, right? So that is the stem tuber. Potato stem tuber, tuberous stem, underground stem containing stored food. Scintilla, gotukola, is a rana. This is a rana. Scintilla, we call it gotukola. Scintilla is gotukola, a rana. Potato stem tuber, from the underground stem you can get new plants. So therefore, without the involvement of seed from any other part, if you produce plants naturally or man-made, that is called asexual. Asexual also we can divide into two types: asexual reproduction, natural asexual, and artificial asexual. Artificial asexual means what? From the asexual reproduction, natural one, natural and artificial. Asexual no seeds, asexual no seeds involved, natural and artificial. I will tell one example. Artificial means what? Tissue culture, right? Grafting, budding, cutting, stem cutting, bud grafting, twig grafting, layering. All these what? These are the man-made techniques. Man-made one. And there are some small video clips also. This very interesting one for the artificial one. How to do it? The natural means by the plant itself. This is called, I don't know how many of you have seen this. There's something called bryophyllum or akkapana. If you, this one you get the roots from the leaves. Roots are coming from the leaves. Akkapana. It's called Akkapana. Or there's something called Bryophyllum also. It's by leaves. So therefore, some plants, leaves can produce new plants. Some plants, the stem can produce new plants. Some plants, the roots. So almost all the parts except flowers. Okay, this is a very interesting way you can do it. Let's list out the parts of the plant. Okay, number one, flower. From the flower, what method? Sexual method. From the flower, sexual method. Number two, I'll get leaves. If you get a new plant from the leaves, that is, okay, from the flower you get seeds and fruits. That is sexual method. That's what we have finished now. That one I'll put separate, like from the flower you get seeds. That is sexual method. Sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction. What are the other parts of the flower plant? Leaves. From leaves you can get new plant. Akkapana. Some plants you can get new plant from the roots. Example, you can take curry leaves, breadfruit, dill. Then breadfruit, no seeds. Dellata, no dellata. Breadfruit produce new plants from the roots. Breadfruit roots, they'll mull. Right. Then next one, if you take, okay, leaves, roots, then the stem. These are the parts of the plant. The stem of some plants. So the stem also, there are two parts. Aerial stem also there. Underground stem also there. Underground stem, potato. Potato, that is underground stem. The stem aerial part also, rose. Rose, you can get the aerial part, the stem. Right. Underground stem both. Then number 5, you can have bulbil. What is bulbil? Best example, we call it pineapple. Pineapple, no seeds. How can we get a new plant from the new pineapple tree from the pineapple fruit? Pineapple, no seeds, then only method is what? Bulbil, that the spike like thing at the top above the pineapple, the green part, that is bulbil, or aerial bud, that is also called aerial bud. Then the next one, bulbs. Bulbs means onion, that is again underground stem. Bulbs come under underground stem. Then rhizome also come under underground stem. Then comb, CORM, gahala kiriyala innala comb. Rhizome is ginger, turmeric, rhizome. Right. Bulbs, onion, garlic, leeks. Right. Comb, habarala gahala. Right. Bulbs, bulbil, pineapple. These are called what? Underground stem. 5, 6, 7, 8. All these are underground stem. Bulbil, onion. Sorry, bulbil, not bulbil. Sorry, except bulbil. The others from bulbs onward. Yeah. Anyway, we are discussing one by one in detail. Bulbs, rhizome and comb, underground stem. Stem tuber. So I think I have to skip this one and take the stem tuber here. Stem tuber. I'll write number 9, stem tuber. Stem tuber, underground stem. Then I'll take 6, 7, 8, 9. All these are underground stem. Bulbs, rhizome, comb, stem tuber, underground stem. So how many methods? Now I have put 9 methods. 9 methods of 9 parts of the plant without the involvement of seeds producing new plant. Again I am repeating that sentence. 2 to 9 different parts of the plant which can produce new plant or reproduce without the involvement of seed. Without the involvement of seed, if you get a new plant, what is that method called? Asexual reproduction. That is the easiest method to remember this. Don't copy down that 9 list. I have given that in the tube. Don't worry. Theoretically, I have given it. Now let's see the next one. Again, what are now? This is, if you can take a screenshot of this. This is very this is not given in your textbook. See, yeah, and share. Right. Root tubers, underground roots, underground stem. Then adventitious bud. So there are different parts. This one, there are some mistakes in this list. Now this list don't copy down. There are few, I have got this from the internet. But this one you can see the onion pictures. Right. Bryophyllum by leaves. Ginger rhizome, underground stem. Ingru. And strawberry, colocasia. This colocasia I told comb. This is a comb. This is stem tuber. This is called eye. Can you see here in the tuber, stem tuber germinate in eye bud. Here, germinate in eye bud in the potato. That is stem tuber. Stem tuber. Underground stem. Both comb and colocasia. Haberala, gahala. The strawberry adventitious roots. Strawberry, very expensive, no? Right. Mint, also a very healthy plant. There are roots. Some of them not in your syllabus. These are the various parts, vegetative parts. Now, again you can see asexual reproduction, because sometimes you might not observe this. Gotukola is monocot or dicot? Gotukola is monocot or dicot? Right? Sometimes you can get a question, then you should know. Bud seen in animal also, right? Can you remember this hydra? Budding polyp. Hydra, this is the bud. Animals also can have budding. Budding they are in animal and plants both. Animal budding, hydra, coelenterata. Plant also there are buds. Bud drafting. Right. That is to recall the coelenterata also I put here. Potato, onion, they all underground stem. Strawberry and gotukola, dicot, that is rana. Is again similar ones, rhizome, all these underground stem. All are underground stem. These ones are, all these are underground stem. Now, what is the this underground stem dual function? Reproduction and storage of food. I'll give one example. Potato, dual function. Reproduction also there. Storage of food also there. Food storage and reproduction. Dual function. Potato. Onion, dual function. Food storage as well as reproduction. Dual function. Roots mostly what happen? The stem mostly it helps to keep the plant erect. The stem mostly, most of the plants, the large woody trees, the stem helps to keep the plant erect. But these stems underground. The stem is normally above the ground. These stems are underground. Two benefits. Imagine the parts above the soil get completely dried out or get burned due to wildfire, lavagini, or due to drought. It's get completely destroyed the above the part or the aerial part, the part above the ground. So those plants won't get disappeared from that environment if there's an underground part. Underground part is left. When the rainy season comes, this underground part will produce new plant. So mostly you think this plant is completely disappeared. No, nothing above the soil. Now sometimes this underground stem is there. That is called perennation. To overcome the unfavorable environmental condition, this potato is important. Corn is important. So see the benefit. Reproduction. So the plants are very smart, right? They keep hidden places. They are next generation. They preserve somewhere, right? So at least underground. Seeds, dormant seeds, 2-3 years remaining in the soil without germinating. Even though what is there, but they keep something. It's like you are putting some certain amount of money in the bank in case of emergency. Plants also like that. In case of emergency, they are giving away so many seeds to eat. We also eating seeds, but some seeds they are hiding for their next generation. Otherwise, they will get disappeared from that environment, get extinct. See, the plants are very smart. Right. Now, onion peel experiment is there, right? To observe plant cells. What is the specimen use? Onion peel. This is why we call it integrated learning, blended learning, authentic learning. So this is the new concept, new curriculum reforms 2023 grade 10 new curriculum, new syllabus. Now we are these days we are training the teachers and making the modules and for the implementation working hard. So this new curriculum, it's blended learning, authentic learning, and the student centered and activity based, research based, and you have to get nearly 70 term tests. Now you will not get scared in the future. I don't know whether it will be applicable to your one because you are doing this new all syllabus now to 2023 grade 10 new students. That means now those who are in grade 9, grade 8, grade 8 this year, grade 9 next year, grade 10 2023. If you have any brothers or sisters in grade 8 this year, they will get the new syllabus, new curriculum, new syllabus. So they will not get the textbook, they will get modules, and they will not get term test. They will earn marks from the school based assessment, from the practicals, from the research, from the assignment, from the attendance. You once in a country, like one of my friend has experienced, one student, he has not answered any questions at all in the paper. The maximum marks given for the paper 5 marks, they don't give out of 100, so that one has got 2 marks, right? Then this my friend has asked from that professor in the university, why did you give 2 marks? He has not written any answers at all, so you should give him 0 marks. He has not answered the paper at all. So what is the answer? It is unfair to give 0 marks, because this student, he has 100% attendance. To come to the school, to come to the university, he has to get up early morning. Isn't that a commitment, right? Right. So he also should be, kind of, we call it like, we should give something for them also. So there are some people, they are not doing anything properly. They don't get up properly. They are not going to the office on time. So that is bad practice. They have got a degree, but they are not going to the office on time. They are not doing the job properly. So that is not evaluated in the school. Since it is not evaluated in the school, they are practicing that after coming to the private sector. So therefore, so that he has got 2 marks. Right? So to get up early, because some students, they don't go to the school. Some countries, they give up the education. So get that also, we have to evaluate, we have to assess. So that's why this is also a good thing. Now in Sri Lanka, that will never happen. If you don't write anything at all, they will give 0 marks. Right? But anyway, they will never consider this student came to the school without giving up the education. So that also we have to appreciate. Right. Now this onion thing, I told onion peel experiment, I remember, that's why I told you. Right. Now next one. Again, but this is a typical rhizome, underground stem. Now the last few years, I think about 1 year back, there was a shortage of turmeric in the market. Kahakudu, turmeric or saffron. Now that is kaha. It's an antioxidant. Turmeric is very healthy. Turmeric or antioxidant, kill germs and protects you from infectious diseases also. Turmeric. Sometimes have you seen in front of the shops, to keep away the flies away, masso, they spray turmeric powder dissolved in water, and they spray that in front of the shops, and to keep the germs away. Turmeric is very good, very healthy, spice, and it's yellow, but sometimes the people, they put yellow dye and mix up that with corn flour or something and sell. That is cancerous, right? So this ginger and turmeric underground stem. What is the name of this underground stem? We call it rhizome. Please remember, rhizome, what are the 2 examples? Most common example, turmeric, kaha, and ginger, inguru. Both are very healthy. Right. Then this this cone, that part, let's move back to the theoretute. I have given a separate part here in the theoretute. This centilla gotucolor, all this again, let's show me. Okay, the asexual reproduction. So I wanted to write here, next day I'll complete this asexual reproduction methods. In front of each example, I want to write the methods, right? I wanted to write the method. So this one by roots. So this one I'll complete next day, because it's almost 8 o'clock. We must be having the other classes. Coral leaves, breadfruit, guava, and blue, all this by roots. Right? So next day I'll complete this table and finish it off. Asexual reproduction we can complete next day. So it's almost 8 o'clock. We'll stop for today, and have a good day, and God bless you, and stay safe.